Before this year, the last time I used my Wii U was around 5 to 6 years ago. I haven't used it much since then, simply because it was an older system and I didn't think it'd be able to do much more than it already could. That was until I found out about modding, which in this case essentially means to hack your system in order to have it do stuff that it wasn't originally meant to do, such as emulating other games or just installing a custom background. And ever since modding my Wii U, I've just found myself using it way more than I did when I originally first got it. I've emulated several games for the system that I've wanted to play but never been able to buy, and in general, I've just been able to make the console more of my own, all of which were things I wouldn't have done if I hadn't modded my Wii U in the first place. My Wii U wasn't the only console that I've wanted to mod. I've actually had another console from my childhood in mind that I've been wanting to mod for the longest, but for a few reasons I've just been a little hesitant to do so.
The Nintendo 3DS was my second console ever. I received it when I was around 4 years old or 5 years old. That's not what I wanted to do. If I had a Tanuki suit, this is literally what I would just do like all day, like 5 years old, 6 p.m. I think I'd take my 3DS it's like my 3DS was like the console that I brought everywhere the most. But what makes this console ever so more special than what it means to me than the Wii or the Wii U, or any console that I've ever had, let alone handheld, was how much I've just kept using this thing throughout my entire lifetime.
Right. This is a lot of 3DS games that I've collected over the past, mostly when I was younger. If you can tell, they're all like physical copies. I have even more back here. These are a bunch of Miis that I've made, basically like little people that I've created in here. They could be like anyone, like for example, like this is like a Mii of myself. But I've done like other Miis of like my friends here. It doesn't have to be just like friends. It can be like all sorts of people. Like all of these are like Mario characters. These are Fantastic Four from the comic series. This one's just a hamburger. My 3DS and everything that I've ever done on it means a whole lot to me, because in a quite literal way, it is my childhood. It has all the same games that I would play as a kid, games that I still find myself coming back to even after all these years. That plus making all sorts of new Miis or doing literally anything else on here. Using my 3DS in general is one of the only methods that I have that lets me reconnect with my childhood again.
Now in this year, with there's a bigger chance of breaking your 3DS in case you do something wrong in the process of modding. That's something that worries me because I've never been too good at modding myself.
I guess it's really more so this thought in the back of my head. It's not like what if you mess up, it's more like when you mess up, because it's always happened. I've messed up countless times while trying to mod my Wii U. But I feel like with my 3DS it's riskier because with all the new updates by Nintendo that make modding this system harder than it initially was. When I do mess up, it's gonna cost me a lot more. And I just don't want my 3DS to get bricked, because it's constantly one of the few things I have that brings me joy no matter what point in my life I'm at. Having it bricked would mean losing everything, essentially. Rolling camera A.
Rolling B. And sound speeds.
I knew a friend who's already modded his 3DS.
Yeah.
In fact, he's done it 2 times. And with that kind of experience, I thought it'd be great to get some insight from him.
So my name is Samuel Criel. I have only modded 2 consoles, which is this 2DS and then my 3DS over there. My 3DS I've had since I was a kid, maybe 2nd or 3rd grade. I've had that for a while. I just liked it because it was portable, and you can play full games on it. You being able to open it and close it, So all that stuff was fun. I found out about modding when I was looking up on YouTube like a way to get play coins fast, like the coins you get walking fast. So then I looked up a video, like looked into it more, and then this is how I found out about modding, basically. I also wanted to play Silent Hill for the PS1, but like none of my other consoles had that. And I heard you could get like PS1 emulation on the 3DS, so I figured I wanted to try that out too. Before I first modded my 3DS, I was thinking about it for like months, because I was so scared of like messing up or something. It was scary. That was just the one thing I kept thinking about. It's like if I lose the 3DS, like I have pictures on there from middle school and earlier, so like I'd be sad. But
What did you use modding for the most?
what did I use modding for the most?
Yes.
Probably just getting games that I couldn't get before. I think the general consensus is like if the games are like aren't being made anymore, and like the companies like don't care about them, or like they aren't making them or profiting from them anymore, then it's like okay to like pirate them. And I think that's how I feel too. Like really free games are nice, and I think Nintendo has more than enough money.
You know what's held me back from like modding my 3DS? You know, it was actually related to the same reason as you. This console or system does hold like a lot of like my childhood in it. I've just like always gone back to like playing games like Luigi's Mansion's really fun.
That was good, yeah.
And 3D Land's fun, but I also like I've never got to finish Mario and Luigi Dream Team. Like I've never finished it.
Me neither. I played that game and I never finished it.
I also have like a bunch of photos here too, from like
Photos, yeah.
They're mostly screenshots of games. But yeah, I was just like afraid that if like, especially since like this year, how like Nintendo's been putting like up a bunch of like updates that prohibit like or make it harder to like mod the system. I know it's like not as easy to do as it was back then.
That probably won't happen though. Like you should probably like look through the steps first, just like see what you're gonna do. So like just so that you know, and then just follow it and you'll be fine.
Okay, I found it. Well, this is me when I was 6 years old.
Oh my gosh.
No, it was actually 9 years old.
Holy crap.
Because
That's crazy.
This is 2016, so yeah, I was 9 years old. I look so different, dude.
Yeah.
I was very fat, I'll say.
What would you say to someone who is thinking of getting into modding their own gaming systems?
What would I say to someone?
Yeah.
I think you should absolutely do it, because it's so easy, so free. You get to do so much more with your system. Like, you're really missing out if you don't do it. If you just follow the steps, like, that won't happen. That's what I was scared of too, but that didn't happen.
Hearing Samuel talk about his experience with modding really encouraged me, especially knowing that he had a lot of the same feelings and motivations behind modding his 3DS. It made me more confident that I could do the same too, even if I do mess up a bit. So, I went home the next weekend, got all the stuff I needed, including a smaller micro SD card, and just got straight to it. So, After all these years, I finally modded my 3DS. Just for the custom firmware, it took me around 2 to 3 hours to install. But once I was finished, I honestly spent the whole rest of the day just exploring the capabilities of my newly modded 3DS. And just like Samuel, the first thing I did was go to install a custom background or for my home screen. I actually installed several. I installed this one, and this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. I also went ahead and installed some games that I've been wanting to play, and I had a lot of fun. I'm honestly not so sure why I waited this long to barely mod my 3DS, because this was honestly one of the best decisions I could have ever made. Pre-modded, I used my 3DS like a great chunk of the time throughout the day, but I was mostly at home. Now I've been finding myself just taking it wherever I go. I'd use it in between classes or just out and about on my own. I've been able to find more use out of this system, and that's honestly a great thing. Before modding it, I've always seen my 3DS as something to be preserved and not to be tampered with too much. But now that I've been able to successfully mod it without it getting bricked, I'm excited to learn what else this thing is able to do. But with all that out of the way, I can safely say that my childhood is still preserved in this system. And apart from nostalgia, I can't wait to see what else this console has to offer.